a new direction on a journey. And as the shapeshifter, we're just shapeshifters. We're shifting our shape. We're shifting our form from this form to one that will serve us. Kind of like the movie Avatar. Like Jake knew his legs didn't serve him. That world was no longer appealing to him. The more he tuned into that other world, he decided to shapeshift and just completely embody his avatar. And that was a new journey for him. So that's very much what it's like for us as humans when we choose to leave our form. There's a higher reason for it.
Great analogy. We have a couple questions here on chat and a comment that I want to get to you, Tanya. Kat says, yes, the prove it attitude is ingrained in my being. And time again, I surrender to embracing this wisdom. Tanya shines her light and reveals truth in her gentle, loving manner, imparting theories and practices of abundance, the power of meditation and healing. I experience firsthand that I can't deny and am continuously vindicated by your genuineness. Now, we've got a question from Kent who wants to know, how do you know if you need a clearing and what will it do for you?
Well, I personally feel that every human, every animal on this planet could benefit from a clearing. And it's not like something that we do once and then we're just, I'm good. You know, I've had people think that they come in. It was actually good because I'll listen to what my clients have to say and they teach me so much from their own perspective. I had a woman who had been coming to see me in meditation and then for a clearing, and she was frustrated and just like, Tanya, like, when am I going to just get this? Like, when am I going to just always be in alignment? And she's like, I just feel like I'm not succeeding at this. And I just started laughing, like in a playful laughter, not like, you know, celebrating that or suffering. But I was just like, oh, no. Like, this is your journey. Like, this will always be your journey. And you will always be continuously tested and brought energy to stay in your alignment and choose it and to clear away that which isn't serving you. This is the journey. And so meditation, if people are seeking it from like a fast food, I want to drive through and get some meditation to go away, they're going to really be frustrated because they think, oh, I'm just going to go and take a few workshops and then I'm going to be awesome. But really, it's not about taking a workshop or reading a book or going and getting a healing. It's about putting this into practice. It's a daily practice where I look at auric clearings as something kind of like if you go get your teeth cleaned, you're preventing something further from developing. You're clearing out, you know, bacteria and things that could cause damage to your teeth. A clearing is clearing your debris of your soul, which will help you function in a much more beautiful way, in a more efficient way. If you look at your body like an instrument, it's helping you fine-tune your instrument so that you can, you know, play the most beautiful music. You can really fulfill your life's mission with greater ease. So I look at it in a sense of preventative as far as disruptive energies taking us over, as well as clearing things that need to be addressed so that we can go into a higher vibration. So everyone absolutely benefits from clearings. They're just as powerful in person as they are remotely. You can do them by yourself, or I've done them in groups. It's the intention, it's the connection with the higher conscious beings, and it's really hearing what they say and putting it into effect. So like if I had told Julie the messages that they gave me, and she doesn't do anything with them, she's just like, awesome, on to the next show, then that's not as efficient as if she actually journaled that and she listened and she starts putting those into practice. Then she will learn from her experience the results of that. She'll see confirmation that her angels brought her really great advice and that she listened and heeded their advice. So therefore her journey now is flowing more beautifully. If she ignores that, that's fine, but she'll still struggle. She'll still have the same issues and drama until she hits another wall where it's like a breakdown moment or I'm really stressed out moment. And then she calls out to the universe and says, help me. And they say, oh, are you ready now? And they bring another teacher or another assistant in. So really everyone would benefit. And this healing work, I feel, has been here for a long time, but it's really coming into the light now where we're starting to understand how much it can help humanity and how much it will help humanity.
Excellent. I think well said. Now we've got another question here on chat from Bean. He asks, how can we block energy from those who are close and love us if we cannot create distance? So I understand that to be, does that make sense?
Yes, and that's a really great question. That's actually something that it comes down to boundaries again. So many of us, when we're living with beings that are of a lower vibration, first you need to ask yourself, why are you? Because it is your journey and you've attracted this to you for a reason. So sometimes, like with myself when I was younger, I was the saver. I had to go save people. I had to go and like fix and help them be better, or I needed to be saved because of the victimization in myself. And now, even though I'm assisting others, I don't look at it as saving them or that they need me to save them. It's a total shift. So if you're in a relationship where you feel what is it that you're there for, and why are you being put through these lower vibrational experiences, the shift that we're moving through in consciousness is all about self-love. And so it seems like we've been taught and conditioned to believe we're selfish if we love ourselves and we have good boundaries. And we've been taught these rules by misaligned beings who gave that up in themselves and then projected that woundedness upon us. So it's really important that we dare to go different direction and not feel like, oh, I'm selfish if I love myself. If I, refuse to have a conversation with this person when she's out of alignment, then I'm a bad person. So I got to put myself through it. I have to take it. I have to let her just psychically attack me because that means I love her. That is not an alignment. If you really love another, that love should be something you're teaching through example. So if you have someone that's attacking you verbally, energetically, you need to get away from them vibrationally, even if it means going for a walk to recenter and reconnect, and then to call in your guides and angels to show you truth so that you can see why you've created this situation. And if the other is open to the messages, they're open to the shifting, that's beautiful. You can stay together with them energetically. However, if they're not and they want to keep projecting and lashing out and they want to stay in that victim consciousness, it's something that maybe people aren't going to want to hear. But what my angels have told me is we have to release all attachment to role and title. So whether it's your child, your mother, your wife, your sister, your friend, your brother, if they're hateful and their vibrations disrupting your own, you have to look into that and really make choices in a way that will love yourself. And in doing so, it could assist them in shifting. However, if they refuse to shift, you're going to be grateful anyways for that clearing because it's not something that's affecting you in a healthy way. So that's where we have to let go of all fear of attachment. And many of us have so much fear that's unconscious in us to attachment. That's what keeps us in the lower vibrational experiences. So I would say just keep your energy heightened, keep your own vibration high.
What advice or words of wisdom would you have for someone that's really struggling right now? Maybe they need to find a job, they're going through a divorce, or just in a tough place. What would you say to them?
I would say, as in this moment, if you close your eyes and take a deep centering breath, like in this moment, just know that you are loved, you are supported, and the entire universe is working on your benefit. So if you can tune in and really just feel in your heart space, like feel how much you're loved and how much Spirit wants to help you. Right. If you can open your mind to realizing that there are assistants that are here to help you, but they will demand courage from you. They will demand great alignment from you. And if you have the courage to do that and to listen from the heart space, everything's going to be moving for you in a beautiful way. Because anything that looks like it's going bad right now, it's because it's not for your highest good. It's crumbling for a reason. And if you allow it to fall and trust in why it's falling, tune in and start listening to Source and start remembering your oneness, and everything's going to be flowing beautifully. Just one door is closing, another door is about to open.
I love that. Now, I'm all about doing something like you said earlier. You gave me all this great information. If I just was like, hey, Tanya, thanks, and never did anything, then I'm not going to change my life. So what one step can people do right after the show, tonight before they go to bed, or tomorrow morning to reawaken their brilliance?
Okay. Well, I would say I would really encourage you to develop a consistent daily practice of meditation, just being quiet in whatever way works for you, whether it's going for a walk in nature, or you like to paint, or you like to just, go for a drive, you like to fish, whatever it is that helps you connect with Source. And the Source, when I'm speaking of that, it's the source of life and life force of energy and consciousness that's available to all of us. It's just we have to open our minds, we have to open our hearts to allow it in. And I would say today, if you could go home and just get into a heart-centering meditation, just tune into your heart and ask it, who is it that I need to forgive in my life right now? Like, who is it that I'm angry at? Do I need to forgive myself? Am I living authentically? Am I really being true to myself? I would say the most important part of living a fulfilled life is being true to self. And so if we're not doing the whole to thine own self be true and we're betraying ourselves, we will have a consequence to that. So, just really tune into your heart and ask, what is it that fulfills me? What is it that makes me happy? When's the last time I was happy? What is it that I genuinely love to do? And start answering the questions that come to you authentically. If someone asks for you to help them and you don't really feel like you want to, say no, because that's your authentic answer. If something comes to you and it sounds amazing, like for me, this interview opportunity is amazing and it's a new thing. And I could have gotten afraid and been like, oh God, what if I mess up? But I just thank Source for working it all out, and I will arrive, and wherever it's meant to go, I will trust. So really start to live in trust and let go of control. You're not in control as much as you all think. So if you can just surrender that and really thank Source for clearing the path for you, removing all the obstacles, and call your angels. Talk to them every day. Every day.
Awesome. Now, how can people find out more information about you? Do you have any upcoming classes? What else do you want people to know about you?
Well, they can go, I would say if you can get on Facebook and find me just under Tanya Love, TAWNYALOVE, or my business page is Divinely Inspired Healing and Art from the Heart. That's a great place because I connect on there all the time and I'm always sharing events and workshops and things like that. I also have a blog and it's Tanya Angel 555 and it's at WordPress.com. I'm getting ready to start a 3-month healing mentorship program again. I just did the first 3 months and now we're taking it to another level. But drop-ins are always welcome and I always will post whatever the topic that we're going to be focusing on. I just kind of let Source show me that throughout the week. And then as we get closer, I'll know what the discussion will be about. That's just kind of how I work. And then I have a 3-month yoga teacher training and meditation teacher training coming up in April. And all that stuff, if they go to Facebook, they can find it on the events page, or they can call me directly from the WordPress blog. There's all my info on there and rates for auric clearings. I'm pretty much operating at this time where people just call me or they send me a Facebook message or an email, and then I connect with them, and then we set up a time for a session. And then I just listen to where I'm being summoned publicly to speak, whether it's a show or if I'm going to like a spiritual bookstore. So I just kind of flow. In the month of March, I have some specials they can get half off angel readings and then also a discount for their first auric clearing that they get. They can have a discount for the second one for themselves or a loved one. So, yeah.
Fantastic. And I wrote all that down. And if you miss it, if you go to reawakenyourbrilliance.com, I have a link to Tanya, or shoot me an email if you can't find her. I will make sure you connect. And we have a nice quote from Jojo here. I live in another state. I was led to Tanya and was not a believer. She has led me into a whole new life. She seems to always be tuned in. She always knows and that is there to help me. She's awesome. So I thank you for your time today, Miss Tanya. We certainly appreciate it for being a trooper when I'm Skyping in from home. And everyone, we'll plan on seeing you here next week at reawakenyourbrilliance.com. And please check out the website because I list all the great guests like Tanya that are coming up. And we've got a new Clearing the Clutter Inside and Out thing that I'm doing as well, because one way or another, we're going to get you all out there to reawaken your brilliance. All right, everyone. Yay. Take care. Bye now.
Thank you.
You're tuned to the Nissan Communications Network. Our weekly lineup of call-in programs includes Computers 2K Now with Amnon Nissan, Help In with Debbie Brooke, Breaking Free with Marilyn Shannon, Lessons of Vietnam with NCVBI members, Reawaken Your Brilliance with Julie Seibert, And if you tuned in too late, you can always watch each program in its entirety or download an MP3 audio file of it at www.nissancommunications.com. Sponsored by thatvidblasterguide.com, Carolina